Happy Tuesday. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky here with TechBud Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing start to your week. Just so you guys can see where I'm at for the day, pretty much down around $1,700 to $1,300 on SQQQ. No open trade on TQQQ. Again, we saw a lot of consolidation during our live trading session. Then there was a quick little change of direction. It corrected itself, but overall has been holding above this moving average. And that's essentially what I've announced to now my LPP team is now, because of how much it is that I'm down, pretty much going to be very careful with how I average into this position, right? So as long as this trade itself continues to hold above the moving average, there's no reason to add more to SQQQ. But if we do break below this moving average, we have a nice little gap down, right, for TQQQ. So what that would look like from the overall moving average back down to the previous support level that we established during that pre-market session of right around 41.67. Again, that would be around 1.57%. And again, this is nothing crazy, right? 1.57% isn't something that I would even try to force right now. But it's still some margin, right? So if I get that confirmation, I would love to add more to that SQQQ position, therefore making money as the NASDAQ market sells off. I mean, today honestly has been a pretty slow day. If you look at the overall NASDAQ market, it's literally only up 0.13%. And on the 1 hour time frame, we are still teeter-tottering to see if we're going to hold above this EMA line, right, and continue to work our way back to previous all-time highs for the NASDAQ market on QQQ, which is at 404, or are we going to break below this EMA and then begin to get rejected down to this moving average? There is no reason to overcomplicate our trading. 1,300, again, it might seem like a lot, especially for those that are just getting started, but I want to remind you, I trade with over six figures, right? So being down 1,300 is not the end of the world, and it's something that I'm more than comfortable with and tolerating when it comes down to my red days. Now, as long as I don't get to like the $7,000 or $10,000 red days, then of course that's something that I want to take into consideration. But as of right now, I feel very comfortable, and I'm going to be working towards getting out of the red once I have that confirmation, right? Either on the 5-minute time frame breaking below that EMA, or on the 1-minute time frame breaking below that moving average. And when the NASDAQ market sells off, SQQQ goes up. When it comes down to economic reports that were released this morning, we had factory orders coming in a little bit lower than what was expected, with a negative 2.1%. And again, not as low as expected, right? Because the expectation was negative 2.4%. We came in at negative 2.1%. So a little bit less in the red than what was expected. And the prior was 2.3%. So when it comes down to this overall week, I mean, the only one that really I'm paying attention to that isn't reported on a weekly basis is the ISM non-manufacturing index, which is released tomorrow, 30 minutes after the market opens. Other than that, I mean, it seems like a pretty straightforward week. Position size and direction. If there's a lot of choppiness like there is today, and it looks like we might be bouncing off of this moving average and picking right back up, I mean, days like this are either days that I prefer to stay cash, meaning not trade at all, or be very lightly open in some positions if I see the risk to reward ratios to be fit. So until direction becomes super clear, I want to remind you that you as a beginner, I want to encourage you to be super selective and wait for conditions to be as favorable as possible to make sure that, again, you're only taking advantage of opportunities that are actually worth it and that meet your criteria. If you want to talk a little bit more about this, please do not hesitate to shoot me a DM via Discord or via Instagram. And that's the first or third link in the description down below. And again, I work with and I trade live with every single day with one team and one team only. That is our LPP team. And that is the second link in the description down below. I hope to see you for our live trading session tomorrow. And again, if you'd like to join, the second link in the description down below. Like always, I hope that earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.